Hello and welcome, friends. If you're a senior who has tried to lose weight but feels like the results never seem to come, you are not alone. Many older adults put in the effort, cutting back on certain foods, walking more, or even trying special diets, only to find the number on the scale refuses to budge. This can feel frustrating and discouraging, especially when you've already made sacrifices to improve your health. But here's the truth. It's not always about willpower. In fact, most seniors who struggle to lose weight are making small but critical eating mistakes without even realizing it. These mistakes may look harmless on the surface, yet they quietly sabotage progress day after day. The good news is, once you recognize them, you can make simple changes that actually work with your body, not against it. Today, we're going to uncover the most common eating mistakes that keep older adults stuck and how to avoid them so you can finally see lasting results. One of the biggest misconceptions seniors face is the idea that if a food is labeled healthy, it can be eaten without limits. Foods like nuts, avocados, granola, and even whole grain bread are indeed packed with nutrients, fiber, and heart-healthy fats. But here's the hidden trap. These same foods are also very calorie-dense. A single handful of almonds, for example, contains around 160 calories. Add a few spoonfuls of peanut butter or an extra slice of whole grain toast, and suddenly what felt like a light snack can rival the calorie content of a full meal. Dr. Walter Willett from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health often reminds us that while healthy fats and whole foods are beneficial, portion control still matters. This is especially true for seniors, because with age, the body's metabolism naturally slows down. That means every calorie counts more than it did decades ago. Think about it this way. Eating a small avocado provides healthy fats and potassium, but polishing off the whole fruit every day, on top of nuts, seeds, and olive oil, might quietly push your daily intake far beyond what your body needs. Over time, those invisible calories pile up, making weight loss much harder. The solution isn't to cut out these foods, but to enjoy them in moderation. Instead of a full bowl of mixed nuts, measure out a small handful. Instead of 2 slices of avocado toast, try 1 slice with extra vegetables for volume. By being mindful of portions, seniors can reap the nutritional benefits of these foods without sabotaging weight loss goals.
Many seniors believe that skipping a meal, especially breakfast or dinner, will help them cut calories and lose weight faster. On the surface, it seems logical. Eat less food, lose more weight. But in reality, skipping meals often backfires. When you go too long without eating, your blood sugar drops, leaving you feeling tired, irritable, and unusually hungry. The body responds by slowing down metabolism to conserve energy, which makes it harder to burn fat. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that older adults already experience a gradual decline in metabolic rate with age. By skipping meals, you add an extra layer of stress on your metabolism, which can cause your body to cling to stored fat rather than use it for fuel. And when hunger finally catches up, it often leads to overeating at the next meal, or grabbing quick, high-calorie snacks just to feel satisfied. Take the case of breakfast, often called the most important meal of the day. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reveal that seniors who regularly eat a balanced breakfast tend to maintain healthier body weights than those who skip it. A morning meal rich in protein and fiber, like oatmeal with berries and a spoonful of yogurt, can stabilize energy levels and prevent mid-morning cravings. The key isn't eating more food overall, but spreading meals and snacks wisely throughout the day. Small, balanced meals can keep metabolism steady, reduce the urge to binge, and help seniors stay energized. In other words, consistency, not restriction, is what sets the stage for sustainable weight loss.
Another sneaky mistake that prevents weight loss is hidden in what seniors drink.
Many older adults cut back on fried foods or sweets, but still sip on fruit juice, sweetened tea, or even smoothies, believing they're making a healthier choice. Unfortunately, these drinks are often loaded with sugar and calories that add up quickly. For example, a single glass of orange juice contains the same amount of sugar as a can of soda, around 20 to 25 grams. Even if it's natural, the body processes those sugars almost the same way, leading to blood sugar spikes and crashes. Smoothies can be just as deceptive. Yes, they may contain fruits, yogurt, or protein powder, but they can easily pack 300 to 500 calories if portion sizes are large or if multiple ingredients are blended together. Seniors often think it's just a drink, forgetting that liquid calories don't make you feel full in the same way solid food does. This makes it easy to consume more than the body needs without realizing it. Even diet or sugar-free drinks can pose challenges. While they may not contain calories, research from institutions like the Cleveland Clinic suggests that artificial sweeteners can trick the brain into craving more sugar, which may lead to overeating later in the day. The solution isn't to eliminate beverages, but to choose them wisely. Water should always be the go-to option, with herbal teas or sparkling water as refreshing alternatives. If you enjoy juice, limit it to a very small glass and pair it with a high-fiber snack to slow down sugar absorption. And if smoothies are part of your routine, focus on vegetables as the base and keep fruits in moderation. By paying closer attention to what's in your cup, you can prevent hidden calories from derailing your weight loss journey. Portion size is one of the most underestimated barriers to weight loss in seniors. Many older adults believe they're eating just a little, but modern food portions, especially when dining out or buying packaged meals, are far larger than what the body actually needs. A restaurant pasta dish can contain 3 to 4 servings in one plate. Even at home, using large bowls and plates creates the illusion that you're eating less, when in fact you may be consuming hundreds of extra calories without realizing it. Dietitians from the Mayo Clinic emphasize that portion distortion is a leading cause of unintentional overeating. This is particularly critical for seniors because their daily calorie needs are lower than when they were younger, yet appetite cues may not adjust accordingly. What felt like a normal serving at age 40 could now be excessive at age 70. Another common issue is packaged foods. Seniors often trust the portion size listed on labels, but these are designed for industry standards, not individual needs. For instance, a bag of chips might say per serving, but the bag may contain 3 or 4 servings total. Eating straight from the package makes it almost impossible to track how much has been consumed. The good news is that portion awareness is a skill that can be retrained. Practical strategies include using smaller plates, pre-measuring snacks into containers, and serving meals directly from the kitchen instead of leaving dishes on the table. Visual cues help too. A portion of protein should be about the size of your palm, while grains or starches should fit into a cupped hand. By mastering portion control, seniors can enjoy a wide variety of foods while keeping calorie intake aligned with their weight loss goals.
A mistake many seniors make when trying to lose weight is cutting back too much on protein. Because protein-rich foods like meat, fish, eggs, or dairy are often seen as heavy or high in calories, some older adults believe reducing them will speed up weight loss. In reality, the opposite often happens. Too little protein slows metabolism, causes muscle loss, and makes it much harder to shed fat. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, a condition known as sarcopenia. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, seniors can lose up to 3 to 5% of muscle mass each decade after age 30. Since muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat, less muscle means fewer calories burned at rest.
Without adequate protein, the body has an even harder time maintaining muscle, leading to a slower metabolism and weight gain over time. Protein also plays a key role in appetite control. Dr. Donald Layman, a leading protein researcher at the University of Illinois, has shown that protein helps regulate hunger hormones, making people feel fuller for longer. This is especially important for seniors who may struggle with cravings or late-night snacking. A breakfast of eggs and vegetables, for example, is far more satisfying than a bowl of plain toast or cereal, even if both meals contain the same number of calories. The solution isn't to overload on protein, but to include moderate amounts at every meal. Experts recommend about 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal for older adults, which can be met with options like chicken, fish, tofu, beans, or Greek yogurt. By keeping protein steady throughout the day, seniors can protect muscle mass, boost metabolism, and make weight loss more sustainable. Food is more than just fuel. It's also comfort, routine, and sometimes even company. For many seniors, loneliness, stress, or boredom can lead to emotional eating. After retirement or the loss of a partner, daily life may feel quieter, and food becomes a source of comfort or a way to fill empty time. The problem is that this often means reaching for calorie-dense snacks like cookies, chips, or sweets, which can quietly sabotage weight loss efforts. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that stress and negative emotions trigger the release of cortisol, a hormone that not only increases appetite, but also encourages fat storage, especially around the belly. Seniors who feel isolated may snack mindlessly while watching TV, unaware of how much they're eating until the bag or box is empty. Unlike hunger-driven eating, emotional eating bypasses the body's natural "I'm full" signals, leading to overeating without true satisfaction. The key to breaking this cycle is recognizing the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Physical hunger builds gradually and can be satisfied with a balanced meal and leaves you feeling nourished. Emotional hunger, on the other hand, appears suddenly, craves specific comfort foods, and often leaves feelings of guilt afterward. Practical solutions include keeping healthier snacks available, like cut-up vegetables, fruit, or a small handful of nuts, while also addressing the root cause of emotional hunger. Engaging in light physical activity, calling a friend, or practicing calming techniques like deep breathing or journaling can help redirect attention away from food. For seniors, joining a local community group or participating in social activities can also provide meaningful connection, reducing the urge to snack out of loneliness. By replacing emotional eating with healthier coping strategies, weight loss becomes more achievable and life feels more fulfilling.
One of the most overlooked mistakes seniors make is eating the same way they did decades earlier, without realizing their bodies no longer burn calories at the same rate. As we age, metabolism naturally slows due to hormonal changes, reduced muscle mass, and decreased physical activity. What was once a balanced diet at age 40 can become excessive at age 70, even if the foods themselves are healthy. According to the National Institutes of Health, the average person loses about 10% of their metabolic rate every decade after midlife. This means that a senior may need 300 to 500 fewer calories per day than they did in their younger years just to maintain weight. Without making adjustments, those extra calories are stored as fat, often around the waistline, which not only makes weight loss difficult, but also raises the risk of diabetes and heart disease. The solution is not to drastically restrict food, but to adapt eating patterns to meet current needs. This might mean smaller portion sizes, fewer refined carbs, and an emphasis on nutrient-dense foods like vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains. For example, swapping a large dinner portion of pasta for a half serving with extra vegetables keeps calories in check while still providing satisfaction. Another useful strategy is to eat more slowly and mindfully. Seniors often find that their hunger cues are weaker than they used to be. So by slowing down, it's easier to recognize when they're truly full. Light strength training or resistance exercises can also help preserve muscle, boosting metabolism naturally and giving more flexibility with food intake. By respecting the body's changing needs instead of clinging to old habits, seniors can create a diet that works with their metabolism, making weight loss not only possible, but sustainable. Late-night eating is another common pitfall that keeps seniors from losing weight. Many older adults find themselves snacking after dinner, sometimes out of habit, sometimes because of irregular sleep patterns, or simply because they feel a little hungry before bed. The problem is that the body's metabolism slows down at night, and excess calories consumed just before sleep are more likely to be stored as fat rather than burned for energy. Research published in the journal Obesity shows that eating late in the evening disrupts the body's natural circadian rhythm, which regulates metabolism, hormone release, and digestion. Seniors who snack at night often report poorer sleep quality as well, since heavy or sugary foods can trigger acid reflux, restlessness, or even nighttime awakenings. This lack of good sleep creates a vicious cycle. Poor rest increases cravings for high-calorie comfort foods the next day, making weight control even more difficult. Common late-night choices, cookies, crackers, or sweetened drinks, are especially problematic because they spike blood sugar and insulin levels right before the body goes into its overnight fasting state. Over time, this can contribute not just to weight gain, but also to insulin resistance, which raises the risk of type 2 diabetes. The best strategy is to set a gentle cutoff time for eating, ideally 2 to 3 hours before bed. If genuine hunger arises, a light, protein-rich snack like a small piece of cheese, Greek yogurt, or a boiled egg can provide satisfaction without overwhelming the digestive system. Drinking water or herbal tea can also help distinguish between thirst and hunger, which are often confused. By creating a nighttime routine that doesn't revolve around food, seniors can support better sleep, improve digestion, and give their weight loss journey a meaningful boost. One of the simplest but most overlooked eating mistakes among seniors is confusing thirst for hunger. As the body ages, the sense of thirst becomes less reliable, meaning older adults may not feel thirsty even when they're mildly dehydrated. Instead, they may interpret the signal as hunger and reach for food. Over time, this habit can lead to unnecessary snacking and gradual weight gain. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, even mild dehydration can affect energy levels, concentration, and appetite regulation. For seniors who are already trying to cut calories, this creates a double challenge. They may eat more than their body needs while still feeling sluggish and tired because they're not properly hydrated. Beverages like water, herbal teas, or diluted fruit-infused water are the best options. Coffee and tea in moderation can also contribute to hydration, but sugary drinks or sodas should be avoided since they add empty calories. A simple tip is to carry a water bottle during the day and take small sips regularly, even before the sensation of thirst sets in. Another helpful practice is to drink a glass of water before meals. Research from the University of Birmingham in the UK found that people who drank water before eating consumed fewer calories at mealtimes, supporting gradual weight loss. For seniors, this not only aids in portion control, but also helps keep digestion smooth and energy levels steady. By making hydration a priority, seniors can reduce unnecessary eating, support their metabolism, and give their body what it truly needs. Sometimes the best way to fight stubborn weight gain isn't by eating less, it's by drinking more water. We've covered a lot of ground today, from overeating healthy foods to skipping meals, sipping too many calories, underestimating portions, and more. What all of these mistakes have in common is that they're easy to fall into without realizing it, and they quietly work against weight loss efforts no matter how motivated you are. But the encouraging news is this:
Every single one of these habits can be changed with small, mindful adjustments. Losing weight as a senior isn't about strict dieting or depriving yourself of foods you love. It's about understanding how your body changes with age and making choices that support those changes. By eating balanced meals, staying hydrated, choosing smarter portions, and avoiding late-night or emotional eating, you give your body the chance to work with you instead of against you. Remember, progress may be slower than it was in your younger years, but it is absolutely possible. Countless seniors have achieved healthier weights, improved energy, and reduced risk of chronic illness by focusing on consistency rather than perfection. As Dr. David Katz, founder of the Yale Griffin Prevention Research Center, often says, small changes sustained over time lead to big results. So don't be discouraged if the scale doesn't move overnight. Celebrate each step, whether that's swapping soda for water, adding a little more protein to your meals, or stopping snacks before bedtime. Each change builds momentum toward your goals. Thank you for joining me today on this journey through common eating mistakes and how to overcome them. If you found these insights helpful, stay tuned for more videos in our Senior Health series, where we'll continue to share practical, science-backed tips to help you live healthier, stronger, and longer.